The moon ball was supposed to seal my future. Instead, I shattered it. Standing before the Silver Claw pack, dressed in the white gown of a Luna, I looked into my mate's eyes, Ethan Rivers. And I destroyed our bond. I reject you, Ethan. As my mate, and as my future alpha, he fell to his knees. Blood dripping from his lips. The pack gasped in shock. I walked away, thinking I'd freed myself. I had no idea I'd just awakened a monster. A storm rolled in that night, shaking the very foundations of the pack house. And with it, him. Alpha King Cassian Reign. Before we begin this insane story, make sure you smash that subscribe button and comment where you're watching from. I love seeing how far these stories travel. Now, let's dive into this explosive tale of rejection and destiny. The Moonball. It's a night of destiny for our kind. A night when bonds are accepted or, in my case, broken forever. Everyone in the Silver Claw pack knew Ethan and I were fated mates. Our families, our friends, the elders, they all expected a perfect, storybook union. But Ethan, he was weak. Sure, he was kind, gentle. Everyone loved him. But he was too soft to lead a pack. Too soft to be my alpha. He would have been a good mate, but a terrible leader, and our pack needed strength above all else. So, I made my choice. And I rejected him in front of everyone. I looked him dead in the eye and said the words that would change everything. I reject you, Ethan Rivers. He collapsed right there on the ceremonial stage. Blood trickled from his nose, a physical sign of the bond severing. His wolf howled in pain inside his mind, a sound only we could hear. Alpha Marcus, his father, roared with fury. You disgraced this pack. You've shamed us all, but I stood my ground. The bond between us broke with a sickening crack that echoed in my soul. My life as I knew it had just shattered into a million pieces. But I turned and walked away. In that moment, I truly believed it was the right thing to do for my pack and for myself. I had to choose strength. That night, at midnight, thunder shook the walls of my room. It was a storm unlike any I'd ever seen. My own wolf whimpered inside me, sensing a shift in the air, a presence of immense power. And then a new scent filled my room. Pine. Smoke. And raw and tame power. It was intoxicating. He stepped from the shadows, a silhouette of pure authority. Alpha King Cassian Reign. The ruler feared by all werewolves, a legend whispered in hushed tones. And he was staring at me like I was his prey. I felt your rejection, he said, his voice a low growl that vibrated through my entire body. The false bond finally broke. He told me the unthinkable, a secret that turned my world upside down for the second time in one night. Ethan wasn't my real fated mate. He was just a placeholder. Cassian was. He was my true mate. The Alpha King himself. I couldn't believe it. The moon goddess had played a cruel trick on all of us. The man I thought was my destiny was a lie, and the most powerful wolf in the world was my true other half. Cassian closed the distance between us into strides, caging me against the wall with his powerful arms. Your wolf knows me, he whispered, his breath hot against my ear. His fangs grazed the sensitive skin of my neck. You were born for me. I tried to resist, to push him away, but the pull of the true mate bond was overwhelming, a magnetic force drawing me toward him. My body betrayed my mind. And then his fangs sank into my neck. Pain. And a shocking wave of pleasure coursed through me. The true mate bond exploded to life, bright and undeniable. I screamed as the mark burned itself into my skin. His mark. His claim. He stepped back, a satisfied, possessive glint in his dark eyes. Now everyone will know, he said, his voice laced with triumph. You are my mate. My Luna. My queen. The mark on my neck pulsed with his power, a permanent symbol of my new reality. I was no longer a rogue she-wolf who had rejected her mate. I was the chosen mate of the king. Morning brought chaos. My father, Alpha Marcus, and a broken, hollow-eyed Ethan stormed into my room. Then they saw it. The mark. A king's mark. Its design was intricate, radiating an authority that no one could mistake. "You've doomed us," Marcus snarled, his face pale with fear. Ethan just whispered, his voice cracking with pain, "You chose him over me." He didn't understand. I didn't choose this. Or maybe my soul did. Suddenly, Cassian appeared without warning, materializing in the room like a shadow. A wave of pure power blasted through the space, so immense that every wolf in the room, my father, Alpha Marcus, Ethan, was forced to their knees. Everyone except me. I stood protected by his aura. "She's mine," he said coldly, his voice leaving no room for argument. And I answered to no one. He was the Alpha King. He didn't need permission to claim his mate. For the next 3 days, he hovered over me. Protecting me, yes, but also being incredibly possessive. It was consuming. He was everywhere. His scent clung to me. His presence was a constant weight in the air. My own wolf, which had been so confused and pained after rejecting Ethan, now pulled toward him, harder and harder with every passing moment. I tried to resist. I tried to hold onto the independence I thought I wanted. But the bond was too strong. It was a current pulling me out to a sea I couldn't fight. That night, he cornered me on the balcony overlooking the forest. "You're fighting fate," he said, his gaze intense, pinning me in place. "Stop running from what you are." "What we are." Before I could answer, he kissed me. And in that one kiss, all my resistance shattered. It wasn't gentle like Ethan's would have been. It was fierce, passionate, and claiming. The bond didn't just pull me anymore, it claimed me, body and soul. I was his. The next full moon, the entire pack gathered. My former alpha, Marcus, stood before them and formally released me from the Silverclaw pack. My old life was officially over. Then, Cassian took my hand, pulling me to his side. He faced the assembled wolves, his voice booming with royal command. "Behold your queen," he declared. One by one, the wolves bowed. Even Ethan. Seeing him bow to me, to us, was a strange, bittersweet moment. Cassian turned to me and kissed me before the pack, the moon high in the sky. It was a king claiming his queen, a public declaration of our bond. And for the first time in my life, I felt whole. I felt complete. I had rejected weakness, and in its place, destiny had given me a king. I had found where I truly belonged. So, what do you think? Should she have stayed with the gentle and kind Ethan? Or was the powerful, possessive Alpha King exactly what she needed all along? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more stories like this. And be sure to watch the next incredible story right here on the end screen. Thanks for watching.